Imagine you have to make you want to design a couple of iterations of, for example, this type of tower. So we have to make tower, and we are so lazy that we don't want to design it from scratch. So let's jump to the Blender. So we have build one asset, a tower, the guard tower, let's say, and we have it, so it's cool. So one thing to drop it to the Photoshop is, of course, render it out. But if you are lazy and you want to just make it very quick, so you have to use Snipping Tool. So you type Snipping Tool inside the Windows. You just copy it, Control C, and you go to the Photoshop. Okay, so we have now, we are in Photoshop. We go to the left hand bar here, and just intelligent. We use AI to select tool, object tool. So we just drop. Okay, we do it this like this, and we have uh, separated. So we don't have to render, so we have simple separation. Okay, so now when we have one tower. Okay, so imagine we have tower. It could be, I don't know. We can start designing on top of our base, so we are not afraid that we have like a blank canvas. And we have a brief, so we have a brief. You must make a tower, okay? So or lighthouse of. Imagine we have a brief that we must make a lighthouse for pirates that lure ships to their base, and they rob the base. So we can imagine that these pirates, let's say it's fantasy or medieval stuff. We have a sea, and we have they construct like crude tower, and now we have to play with it. So we can use really. We don't have to construct it in our in Blender to of course I like to build assets in Blender, but for the purpose of this quick tutorial I just used it during my work for clients, so it's really cool. I wanted to share it with you. So let's say we want to iterate and create something new, something interesting. Of course, when I'm doing it like without saving my asset, but you have to save your asset because you will lose it. So let's see. Now I have copied my another tower, and now I'm just selecting Control V, deleting the stuff, and now I can I can just move around and iterate and play with my ready asset, but it's from with this render, and find interesting shape for my lighthouse. Okay, so we have lighthouse, so they should probably have some kind of bowl for fire, for lighting. Maybe there is a maybe there is a some kind of wood they climb and they put it here, and so on. So this is one idea. Maybe there is a okay, there is, so we can have idea that there is some kind of crane or system of blocks. I don't know if it works like this, but let's say okay, so here's some kind of ropes, some kind of, I don't know, blocks of with ropes. It's a rough idea, so I don't know, it's not logical for now. Maybe there should be some kind of counterbalance. Okay, so here is one idea for tower, for lighthouse, and we have started with this. So first is like, maybe it's not the first idea, but this is my first idea. Okay, so we have this first idea for a medieval lighthouse of medieval pirates, and they lure the ships that go from sea, and they think that, oh, here's some safe harbor, but no, the pirates are waiting and want to attack the ship. So one idea is like this. Another could be next iteration of this idea. Maybe I will delete the ropes, and instead of ropes maybe there is some kind of system of some kind of um, something, I don't know how it's called. It's some kind of barrels or something like that with pipes. Maybe not so complex, but pipes with whale oil, so they can burn oil, and then you can design around the idea that is based on oil. Okay, so now we can reuse our asset that we copied, and it's very fast, very fun way to work, because now I spent only like 5 minutes and I have some kind of idea. Of course, it's like I want to show the it's not a very complex idea, but very fun way of working. So we have asset from Blender. Because I could, of course, press F12, render it, and also the sketching inside Blender is really nice. So you can just have your 3D asset, and then we can reuse, recycle our idea, our I don't know, our asset, and then we can build. We can build these kind of iterations. We can just copy, Control V, Control C, and so on, and so we can have many iterations of this asset, and we can reuse, especially when we have prepared some smaller assets. But for now, I can see we can use this idea. Okay, so I have this kind of stuff, just snipping tool, just place it here, extract this from background. Not nice, but and we can use it to build our tower. So we have like something like that. Always use for your presentation some kind of cool background, because it gives points to your not design, but presentation. So here is the idea how to, if you are lazy, I wanted to maybe not lazy, but if you want to quickly adjust when you're working in Blender, for example, we are building stuff and thinking, oh, maybe this tower is cool, but I need to think about it. Of course you can, and it's sometimes faster to maybe not faster, but more professional to just make some mesh, like and build around. But also copying and kit bashing into the with your own asset is also cool, because as you can see, I just copied one thing, and then I can just play with it, maybe make some other buildings inside this base, in this I don't know how this called, base or camp of pirates. So we have some kind of wood. Maybe this is a maybe this is some kind of hut that they live here, and they use this tower, and then they can lure ships that travel there, and they can and we can, oh, that is a great idea. When you have, for example, you start randomly playing with your design, and then you think, oh cool, that's why if they are pirates they should have even, because maybe these are woods around, like pine woods. For example, I imagine it's like in Baltic Sea. I'm from Poland, so we have Baltic Sea, and then there are a lot of pine woods there. And I knew a story from medieval times in the region where I go to holidays in the Baltic Sea, that there was a knight, and he had bandits, and they lured ships with building the tower. There was fake lighthouse in the dunes, and then the ships came, and he was like bandit knight. So this is a real story, and I thought, well, maybe this is quite cool idea for the developing some kind of project, because now I thought, man, okay, we have simple materials, because we have pine wood, ropes, maybe some parts of of shapes, it could be cool. So while we are just starting doodling around, we can now add, for example, some kind of, I don't know, roofing made from you know, from sails and so on and so forth. So this is a very simple method I sometimes use for my work, for iterations, and I wanted to share it with you. I hope it will be helpful for you. So see you next time.